let's start here. Let's celebrate a very exciting win. Historically longest playoff game that the Minnesota Wild have ever played. But let's celebrate, and then let's kind of turn the page and talk real. Like, we got to get our game faces back on. This is not how game 2 is going to go. So first positive that I have to lean into is big boy Brock Faber.
Oh man.
My goodness.
So good. So good.
It's funny. We were obviously making the rounds on Twitter. People were absolutely buzzing last night, especially with some of the events that unfolded. But I threw out there like, hey, is Brock Faber already a top 4 defenseman for this team? And I had several people push back and be like, top 3, bro. And at first I'm like, no. And then like as the game went on, I'm like, shit, maybe they got a point. I don't know.
He's good. Like, there honestly, and I kept my eye on him like pretty much most of the time, because I think I only watched like really sitting down, beer in hand, just focusing on the game. Like one of the last, he played 2-3 games with the Wild. I watched one of them in the entirety. The other one like it was on the background, and the other one was highlights. So I was really, really keen on seeing him play in, a pressure-filled game 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, where he got quite a few minutes and 1 or 2 blunders at most. And it wasn't even like he did anything wrong. It was like he got out-muscled, on the wall in the corner, and a bigger NHL player was kind of just, bullying the college kid a little bit. Other than that, the guy, he looked great. He looked great, and there wasn't any other blunders throughout the entire game. It was just like he lost the one-on-one battles every now and then, and that was it, in my opinion anyways.
But dude, he'd lose like those small battles, and then he would immediately make up for it. Like he would cover his ass. Sure. He never like got burned or got beat. Like he would lose little battles and then immediately be right back to where he needs to be.
There was one time in the third period where I was like, oh, because it like led to a turnover, and I was like, fuck, like if this is it, like I'm gonna feel so bad for him, but it didn't. Sure. And he clearly made up for it in overtime. Cool. My goodness.
Play of the game. That is the moment you can look at and say, this saved the game for the Minnesota Wild. So
TSN awesome. Turning point, baby. Let's go.
And I'm not sitting here trying to like say that he's, first playoffs for Cale Makar, first playoffs for Charlie McAvoy, that he's not doing anything flashy, but I don't need him to. That is not the player that Bill Guerin grabbed him to be. He showed that he fits, he belongs. He didn't do anything that makes me hesitate at all. That I'm not a knee-jerk reaction. Like I don't overreact and make rush decisions. Brock Faber is never taking the long road trip down I-35 to Des Moines. He will not ever play for the Iowa Wild. He is permanently stapled to the Minnesota Wild roster moving forward. And you see the way he's already composing himself. I'm not saying he's anywhere near it yet. I can see this dude, call it 5 years from now, he might be the next captain for the Wild.
Hey, he captained his college team. Brett's been tweeting, our boy Brett Marshall's been tweeting more than like I do regularly. So I can't find the tweet, but he basically tweeted like just what the trade was straight up for Fiala, and he's like Brock Faber, etc.
Beat me to it, man. He beat me to it. I was gonna do that today.
Liam Ugrin, whatever his how he's doing in the postseason. Then Fiala hasn't played a game.
Which I mean,
I can't find it. I wish I would have done it more justice, obviously, if I could have read it verbatim. But
some might argue that's better than what he's done in the past for the Wild in the playoffs. So hey, we'll take it.
There you go. Oh, dude, how about sorry, I know we're just
Oilers.
I know we're just talking Wild right now, but like, how about the fucking Dallas Star? Or sorry, not Dallas. There's the LA Kings in the overtime as well. Unbelievable.
I'm not going to get into it, but
I was so happy.
MNCAA boy, Alex Iafallo, UMD Bulldog,
dude, he's
Matt
so good.
Beach. You know that he like needed to take a little bit of alone time, and his wife's like, "It's okay, man, I get it." Fiance, not wife, soon to be wife. But
his breakout season with the Kings, he got me into the playoffs in my fantasy league, so I will always love you, follow. So I was thrilled.
There we go.
The Costco lube was used in full effect yesterday. Let's just say that.
Yes.